Good morning, Mike. It is February the 7th, and this is the introductory coaching call. Thank you for joining us. Let's get into this. So I want to talk about a few things. Of course, you're free to ask any questions you like, but I do want to talk about a few things. We're going to go over Amazon's earnings. We are going to go over some news pieces around tariffs and whatnot. And then afterwards, if we have time, we are going to have a trading demonstration. Okay. Over Amazon earnings. So we'll go over Amazon earnings. So Amazon came out with earnings. Today we see it's trading, this about half an hour ago. It's trading a little bit down. Not too sure what it's doing right now, as you've been on the call. So yeah, it's trading about 4% down. So what happened here? We'll run through these earnings. Let's just wait for the screen to load.
So Amazon is suffering the same problem that Microsoft and Google earlier suffered. What is that?
What's that?
I said Amazon is suffering the same fate as Google and Microsoft. What happened? They
Omar
disappointed.
sounds a little broken up. Is that me or is that Omar? Can you guys comment, please?
Can you guys not hear me?
Now you're crystal clear, Omar. Now you're crystal clear.
Okay, all right. So here's what happens, okay? So there's a lot of spending that is going into the cloud and data centers. These are two areas that are really increasing rapidly. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are the big beneficiaries of this cloud increase in cloud revenue, okay? And that cloud revenue is very high profit margin business. So they're big beneficiaries of that. Now, what the worry is, and this is why Wall Street has sold off all three of them post earnings, is well hit twofold. One is maybe cloud revenue is not going as fast as we thought it was going to go. That's one problem, okay? Second problem is, when is AI going to be actually profitable? When are companies going to start making money off of all this AI spend? You're building data centers, you're doing this, you're doing that, trying to get energy. When are we going to see some money from this? And that is the unknown right now. So, and this is what Amazon suffered from. They had a slight miss on the cloud side. And the hope was that Amazon had taken business away from Microsoft and Google. And that's why Microsoft and Google's results were low. But Amazon's results were low as well. Well, not low, slightly missed, very slight. What that means is cloud revenue growth is maybe not as high as anticipated. And what we mean by slight miss, it's a very, very slight miss. But that's all it takes for the markets. And they start selling the stock off. Okay.
Yeah, so we can see here, e-commerce company total 187, 10% jump compared to the same time last year. Profits came out to be 20 billion, while EPS was 186, higher than the 149. Now that's a big beat. 186 divided by 149. What is that, like 15% or so, Omar, I think? Yeah. See, my math's getting better, isn't it? But the company said it expected revenue for the current quarter to be between 151 and 155 billion, lower than the 158 that is expected, right? Guidance anticipates an unusually large unfavorable impact from foreign exchange rates.
Yeah, the US dollar getting stronger. If you're Amazon and you're making money in different countries and your US dollar is stronger and you're repatriating that foreign currency into US dollars, well, it takes more of that foreign currency to buy US dollars. So the US companies have been hurting a little bit from the foreign currency issue. Same thing in Canada. Obviously, we have that same issue in Canada.
Yeah. So on Amazon Thursday, reported saw 75 billion revenue from its online shopping, up 7% from the previous time in 2023. Holiday sales were better than expected. Amazon Web Services, okay? The company's prominent cloud computing unit rose 19% during the fourth quarter.
That's just during the quarter.
Yeah.
Just the quarter. It's growing very, very nicely. So if you're a long-term Amazon investor, this is probably not something to concern yourself with. But it shows you how fickle the market is in the short term. Market's like, oh, short term. Wait a second, you slightly missed. We're not happy about this.
And we've seen this before when like the market is very sensitive to any kind of variation to what is expected, right? And, I remember certain times in the past where, Netflix or Facebook went down like 20% in one day because they slightly missed earnings, right? I don't think we're in that territory right now, but it is getting a little sensitive to what exactly is being said, right? Amazon is one of the biggest plays the competitive tech race around generative AI. Like other companies, it has ramped up investments in technology and is spending billions to expand data centers that support AI and cloud computing. The company is also spending money on other equipment, including its own computer chips and those developed by NVIDIA. See the linkage? It has rolled out its own AI models and integrated into the generative AI into other parts of its business, right? So we kind of like to see that.